Hey gang, it's Fridays with Basil once again. Check this out. Not only have I got this guy, hey Basil, hey Basil, hey Basil, hey Basil, hey Basil. I've got this one too. Hey Lemon. That's an alert kitty, she knows what's going on. This guy. Oh, he's much nicer though. He actually cares for us, this one. She'd watch us burn in a house fire if it meant not having to get up. So, this time I'm going to keep going with the channel introspection. I'm going to look at it a bit more from a positive, but I hope you enjoyed last week of my lessons learnt and just some basic things that I've picked up. Today I'm going to go through end up with 6. I really couldn't narrow it down to 5. My top 6 favourite videos that I've made so far. So, Pete reviews Pete, so to speak. So, I thought that'd be a cool idea. Let's talk about it. So, 6 videos, all different types of videos. So I'm going to start off with, I'll start at the bottom. So one of my favourite videos that I made was a video called The Real Threat to the Knife Community, or The Real Threat to the Knife World. And that was one of my silly videos where it was about the pull tabs on things, effectively making knives sort of obsolete in the end. So maybe this is dystopian future where everything's just perforated, so you don't need a knife for anything ever. Like even you get your cheese perforated. I had all sorts of grand ideas. I sort of did a much smaller video because I just wanted it to be a bit snappier, like most things that I find funny are. But the whole concept was that I would eventually go for a walk all dishevelled after I walk out my house at the end, and I'd come across this old man Rivers, like with a big bushy beard, and he'd be like, I used to be like you, and he'd be like the can opener EDC guy, and he's lost his mojo ever since cans started having pull rings. So that was a bit of a silly thing, but I still really like the video how it turned out. My wife was in it. She's sometimes I can talk her into doing a couple of things. There's a couple of adventure videos a while back as well that she's into, but that was a fun video to make, and I cracked myself up as usual. The next one, I had to choose a cut test because it's frankly a fairly distinctive part of my channel lately. So the next video I chose was the Maximet cut test, just because it was just insane. Like I remember doing it, and if not that Manix 2, if it was not such a well-made or ergonomically designed knife, that would have been absolutely brutal. It was still pretty bad. Like that was a lot of cuts, but it was just a good experience, a good watershed moment there. I think I found some awesome, sort of fan-made chrono trigger music from somewhere. The video game music doesn't seem to be causing me any problems with copywriting. I think it's all pretty much open domain, no one cares kind of thing. So that was kind of cool, and yeah, so good soundtrack, rockin' tracks, Maximet, all good. So that was another one of just my favourite videos. I love all those videos. Like sometimes I just watch them because I like the song. So that was cool, that one. The next one was the first Dickhead Survival. I like both about the same. The third one I'll be doing very, very soon. Just waiting for the right weather and just to have a day off work. So the next Dickhead Survival is going to be a stinking hot day. I'm going to go on like a massive journey. So it's not going to be an overnighter. It's going to be like a big long walk, having to, say you get marooned somewhere, walk from point A to point B, whilst of course being a complete know-nothing dickhead. So that should be good. But Dickhead Survival 1 just had a few good gags. I liked I was pretty happy with my little badger, not badger, raccoon, survival scale. It was good. It was a culmination of me being in a good place because I had a lot of time off work. I had like 4 weeks off, long service leave. And when I get time like that, all my all the shit ideas really bubble over and they need to come out, is probably the best way of saying it. So, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So anyway, so that was good. That was a bit of bottled lightning. Another one of my favourite videos was the terrible battle box video, which is where like the gag was that I got sent this battle box from that company, Battle Box, and it was just like custom made to me, and it was like really mean spirited, like as in they'd seen me and they'd sent it to me, and it was like emasculating me and telling me how shit I was, and all the items had like some hidden meaning about like me being crap, and it was just good fun. And I cracked myself up, and I had a nice old gag with Jack from Black Scout Survival, who I sort of saw as the battle box. He was the kind of guy I saw the first battle box reviews from, so I think I had a laugh with him. I put his picture on my wedding photo at the end, and yeah, he seemed okay with that. So that was cool. And my next favourite, I know I'm choosing my favourite funny videos. I make myself laugh, I'm sorry. That just goes to show, even if no one else likes the videos, I'm just still going to keep making them. Because this one wasn't as successful as some of the others, but I loved my how to knife fighting video. Because, I don't know, it was when I got my green screen. I don't use the green screen as much anymore because it is kind of washed out. It's hard to use, but I'll probably get back onto it soon. I just like the gag at the end where I just like... And there's just so many people like that on YouTube who just talk so much about this hypothetical knife fight that they're training to be in. Talk, and they have all of the... They buy the knives because, you know, they'd be good in a fight or good in defense. And the truth is, any of us, as some of the good knife fighting guys say, give your 5-year-old kid a Sharpie, right, a red Sharpie, and tell them to come at you with it, and you just see, even if you're a fucking martial arts master, you just see if you can get through that without getting any red on you, because you'll get red on you. And that's the thing, like, you can be as tough and cool as you want. In a real knife fight, you just get stabbed straight in the dick, I guarantee it. Just what happens every fight that I've ever seen is the two people, even two big strong watch fights at footy. Footy players are probably pretty decent fighters. They probably have that, you know, interest. Look at MMA. It all ends up on the ground. Everything ends up on the ground. And the last thing you want in the hand. So it's a bit of a gag on all that sort of stuff. Just a bit of a piss take. And then my favourite, I had to pick a proper review, of course. A couple of reviews that I've done, I've really thought, on reflection, are some of my better ones. So it was either the Bravo 1 review, which I did out by the river. That was a really good review, I thought. I liked the Kaiser T1 review I've only just finished. I was really happy with that. But I think my favourite review was of the Spyderco Police 4, because I love that knife, and I really wanted to show off how good the knife was. I can tell when I've really enjoyed a knife, or when I'm just reviewing it because I had the knife and got to do a review before I sell it or move it on or send it back, or whatever. So that was probably my favourite so far, the Police 4 review, and it was really well received. People who I respect's opinion said it was a really good, well done review. So that was my sort of probably the standard that I'll try and maintain when I'm doing reviews, just in terms of having lots of different cuts and, you know, lots of different demonstration clips and nice close-up vision of things and like macro stuff, which is really good. So I was happy with that as well. So those are my favourite videos personally. I'm a pretty strong self-critic of like my own videos. Some of them I really cringe when I watch back again. Most of them, the ones I do that, I delete. But usually they've not got any views, and so no one's ever said, hey, what happened to that video where you test all the axes out on the trees? And I'm like, or what happened to the one video I did remove was the what's the best survival knife for Australia, because I'm planning on reshooting that, and I don't agree with a fair bit of it now. That I've had some good feedback from people, which is completely fair. So I've got rid of that one, and I'll probably do another soonish video just about that topic. As I've sort of stepped back from the whole, even thinking of knives, fixed blade knives in a survival sense. I think I used to, just because that's kind of what everyone was doing. But now I'm just very much just a fixed blade knives are just what I use when I'm outside. Not particularly to survive, they're just my heavy use knives, so interesting. So anyway, those are my favourite videos so far. If you have favourite videos of mine, then I'd love to hear what they are and why. But you know, it's fine if you don't, because I'm just a 6,000 sub YouTuber, so but that's cool. But yeah, just thought this will be the general what I do in these videos. Just have a bit of a chat about whatever is coming to mind. It's not always going to be about the channel either. It could be about like some film I've just watched or something. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. The cats have seemed like they've really taken a lot from it. I don't know if you've seen them behind me, but they've just been a fucking hive of... Just been a hive of activity, so I'll take that as a good thing. Riveting stuff. Alright guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.